Here in Antwerp, the Jewish community is becoming increasingly upset by the actions of one person. American Rabbi Moshe Friedman has moved to the city. He's a known Holocaust denier and in the past has been a guest of the Iranian President Ahmadinejad. The story revolves around his desire to place his two boys into an all-girl Jewish school.
A couple of months ago, Mr. Moshe Friedman decided to move to Belgium. Now, he's a very controversial figure because he has befriended the Iranian President Ahmadinejad, who on a number of occasions has said that the Jewish state, Israel, should be destroyed. He has met with high-ranking members of the Hamas terrorist organization. He has met and befriended the extreme right neo-Nazi parties in Eastern Europe. And now he recently decided to move to Belgium because his wife is originally from Belgium.
If I'm not wrong, he's member of the Notorious Jewish, who are a very religious sect with extreme views. In order to show the views, they go together with Iranian government officials and cry for destruction of Israel. So the story is very easy. People who want to be famous or to make fuss, they do strange things. Friedman is trying to do a publicity coup in Antwerp because I don't think he has where to go. That's all. There's nothing more behind it.
The story started when he wanted to make sure that his kids could go to the Jewish schools here. However, they all refused, not only because of who he is and his controversial track record and background, but also because he is known to create problems wherever he comes and whoever he deals with. And previously, when his kids went to Jewish schools in America and in Austria, he made sure that any issue that he didn't like, that he made sure to take the schools to court, because he made sure to take a Jewish girls' school to court for not accepting his boys. Now, it's an Orthodox Jewish school, and he himself is Orthodox. However, the law in Belgium says there's no discrimination between boys and girls in schools, and therefore, the judge said he is in his right to send his boys to the girls' school. So a few days ago, at 9 o'clock in the morning, he arrived with a police escort, with a court-appointed notary, and made sure that his two boys were written into the school, Orthodox Jewish school, with over 500 girls. So we have two little Hasidic boys sitting as the only boys in an entire school of 500 girls. So obviously, it's also for these boys, it's not a very healthy situation.
My opinion is actually very clear that it is a shame for the education of children to try and force them into some place where they do not belong. It is known that in the religious community, boys and girls are separate. It is just it's going to be just a big problem for the children. Not to mention that it's causing trouble in the community because it is something that has not been accepted in the last 40-50 years, has not been accepted, and everything has been going gracefully. It is a shame, but it is most importantly, it's not giving the proper education for his own children.
We asked Mr. Friedman for an interview, but he declined. It's generally accepted amongst the Jewish community here in Antwerp that whilst this drags through the courts, it's the children who will be suffering. Colin Stevens for JN1 in Antwerp.